and welcome.
Are we 6 feet apart?
We do not need to be 6 feet apart. All right, social distancing is for people not in your household. And if you haven't figured out, we are in the same household. So this is video number 2 of bingo. This time, if you watched the first video, you know that Isaac and I reversed each other in bingo. Some of you people said it was rigged, but Isaac did win. I did win after him. Today we are going to be playing bingo again with Mr. Segiel. So Mr. Segiel will be joining us. So going forward, I have a number of questions, and then Mr. Segiel will join us to answer those every time we do a round of bingo. Each one of us will get a question. These are questions generated from you, the viewer. Okay, many of you sent in some excellent questions. Questions for myself, questions for Isaac. Wait, one of the questions was, who is Isaac? Could you answer that question? Yes, he's hiding in the corner. Okay, so Isaac is here. This is Isaac. So if you've never seen the video, maybe that would make sense. Okay. Have you answered this question before? That was a question. So I don't know. And the other question was, why are there so many Isaac questions? So I think that was referring to the first bingo video. We just took turns asking the questions. So it is what it is. But we are going to move forward. We are going to go through the rounds. Okay, round 1 will be question 1. And then Mr. Segiel will join us for those answers, and we will see who wins, okay? So, do you have any final comments before we begin?
No.
Okay, so here we go. Question number 1, round 1. All right. Question for me. It will go in this order. Myself, Isaac, and then Mr. Segiel. What are your favorite colors? Well, my favorite colors are green and blue. So I do like those colors. And this was a 2-part question. How come your other son is never in the videos? Well, we just tried to get him in this video, and was it successful?
He wanted to play with the shop vac.
Yes, he wanted to play with the shop vacuum that we have here. And we tried to get that in the video, and that didn't seem to work. So we are going to keep working to get him in a video, right?
Okay. When he gets like 12 years old.
And then he wanted to take a picture of the shop vac. It just didn't work out. All right, so why don't you read question number 1?
Wait, so who is Isaac?
No, you read under there.
How do you feel that your dad is a band teacher? Do you like
it?
Why or why not?
Okay, so how do you feel that your dad is a band teacher?
I thought I already answered this.
You did, but you never answered it on camera. We practiced these questions.
When I feel good about Daddy being a music teacher.
Feel good? All right.
Because I feel like if he wasn't a music teacher, then he wouldn't bring his tuba into the house and play it.
There you go. Awesome. All right, so still in round 1, we're going to go to Mr. Segiel for a question now.
When did I learn to sing? I think I was singing from the day I hit the planet, like a lot of you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Segiel. Excellent. Round number 2, this is going to be kind of a fun round. This is what we're going to call the joke round, okay? So some of you submitted riddles or jokes, and all 3 of us will ask those, and some of us will answer. I'm not sure if Isaac remembers his answers, but we're going to see, okay? So, round number 2, starting with me. What has 10 letters and starts with gas? Do you have any idea?
No.
An automobile. Yes, I know the first 3 letters of automobile is not G-A-S, but it needs gas to start, so. All right, your question?
What ring is always square?
What ring is always square? What is it?
A boxing ring.
A boxing ring. All right, good. Then we're going to go to Mr. Segiel for this next question.
Here's a riddle. 10 cats are on a boat and 1 jumps off. How many are left? The answer? None. They're all copycats.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Segiel. All right, round number 3. Do you have a pet like Mr. Segiel does? Another question someone else asked, how many pets do you have? Well, I have 2 young boys at home, and that is enough. I do not need a pet at this time. I'm sorry for those of you who have pet ferrets and dogs and cats.
Well,
My 2 boys are enough, even though this guy's always asking for a pet.
well, for my birthday, we went to the pet store, and my mom was like, we could, maybe next birthday we can buy a bunny or something. And I was like, yes.
All right, so he thinks he's getting a pet eventually, but we all know what happens to Mommy's bunny when she was a kid. But we'll tell that for another time, okay?
She said I'm definitely going to get a pet fish.
Okay, sounds good. All right, let's go on to Isaac. This is actually a 2-part question. I put some shorter questions in double, so go ahead.
What is your favorite Lego set?
What's your favorite Lego set? Go ahead.
Probably my favorite one that I have gotten for my birthday is Prison Island.
All right, Prison Island. That
it's
was a big set.
It's like a police Lego set, but it's like on like an old island.
Cool. Awesome.
In the middle of the ocean.
And what's the other question here?
Regular chicken nuggets or dinosaur chicken nuggets? Okay, I answered this when we were practicing, and I said dinosaur chicken nuggets, but I actually meant real chicken nuggets. Like, the ones that are not dinosaur.
All right, so he's going with regular chicken nuggets. All right, so thank you. All right, Mr. Segiel is up with his question. Go ahead.
If I had to choose between Zoe and Ella, which cat is my favorite? I love them both, just like my children.
All right, thank you, Mr. Segiel. Let's go on to round number 4. Okay, so we each have 3 bingo chips on the board. Obviously, you know the free space is an extra chip. We need to be able to get 5 in a row. That's how we get the bingo. Okay, so round number 4. If you had to play in a concert and your tuba was stolen, would you use the clarinet or the trumpet? That's a good question. Those of you who were on the Disney trip with me know that I packed a clarinet to go on that trip, and I only did that because that was one of the smallest instruments I could fit in my bag, and we had some flutes going, we had some clarinets, but I thought a clarinet would blend better. I would say whatever the ensemble needs. I'd play any instrument. Okay, one of the reasons I haven't done a lot of playing videos here at home is because I only have my tuba and a piano. I don't have the other instruments, but the moment I can go into school, I'd like to get some instruments, okay?
Well, I'm literally looking at the tuba right now, and it's sitting right there.
See the tuba? All right, here you go. You're up.
Well, I would probably choose the trumpet in my tuba.
Okay. Round number 4 for you.
What is your favorite dessert? Oh, my face. My favorite dessert is probably for Eli's birthday, we had like a thing where we had chocolate icing. Vanilla icing, and we had crushed Oreos on top. Yeah, that's my favorite.
That was a good dessert, yeah.
But it made me sick because there was so much chocolate.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. All right, so we have a really good question for Mr. Segiel. Go ahead.
What kind of karate do I teach? I teach USA Goju Karate Do. I also teach full contact kickboxing, and I teach a Filipino art known as modern arnis, which is a stick and knife based format.
All right, thank you, Mr. Segiel. Going on to round number 5. Okay, we're getting closer, but no one is at the win yet. All right, what is my least favorite instrument? Some of you in 8th grade band class may know this answer because I talk about it a lot. I don't mean to rag on this instrument, but I'm not a huge fan of the bagpipes. So you probably won't catch me playing those anytime soon. I'm also not a big fan of the Oogla Boogla phone, even though I talk about it a lot.
I don't know. They don't really play them near us.
No, the bagpipes? No, they don't really. No offense to people who play bagpipes. You are wonderful. I'm just not a huge fan of the instrument. Okay? All right, let's go on with yours. What is
favorite school subject? Can I pick like reading or can I pick like recess or lunch or but I would say math.
Math, okay.
Math is like,
and now if it could be any class, it would be recess or lunch. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, but Mr. Flanagan's class for distance learning, he only gives like a worksheet and then he gives like a brain pop, and then that's really it.
Yeah, well, but he also has science. They do stuff there too, with Pebble Go and stuff. All right. The next question for Mr. Segiel. All right, we're still in round 5. I'm going to ask, and then he'll answer because I'm going to give a little caveat after I ask this question. Are we going to do a Zoom call so we can sing together? Now, the district has possibly changed their policy on this, so whatever answer Mr. Segiel gives, it may change this week, so I'm just letting you know. As of right now, we don't know the exact answer. So take it away, Mr. Segiel.
At this point in time, we are not allowed to use Zoom or do Zoom live calls with large groups of students. So unfortunately, we won't be singing together until we see each other face to face, which I hope is very soon.
Why can't we not hear Mr. Segiel?
Because I'm going to put his videos in the video later. All right? He doesn't magically just appear on the wall. He'll show up later. Okay? All right. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, was that round 6? No, that was round 5. All right. So now we're on to round 6. What's your favorite movie? Ooh, I thought about this and I thought about this. And I know we all have different movies we like. I'm definitely a big Star Wars fan. But I'm also like trilogies and groups of movies. I really like the Matrix films. I know some people didn't like all of those films.
He's like, I think Daddy's favorite movie is The Irishman.
I'd never seen The Irishman. All right. But I like these old movies, and they were about this cop who was part robot, part human, and it was called RoboCop. I love those movies. So.
And then he likes to wire that show.
That's a show. All right. We're talking about movies right now. And the next question for you is, what is your favorite TV show? Come on. You've been watching on Amazon Prime.
Making the Cut.
He likes this fashion design show called Making the Cut. So.
Oh, well, Mommy likes it too.
Mommy does like it, and I've watched it. Okay, so we watched the whole season of that. It was exciting. All right. And Mr. Segiel, we're going to ask him the question. Are you and your family well during this quarantine? Go ahead, Mr. Segiel.
My wife and I, and Zoe and Ella, are doing very well in quarantine right now. Thankfully, we are still working, and we have plenty of food and toilet paper.
All right. Awesome. All right. This next question is a hot topic. All right. A lot of you asked different questions, so I'm going to read a number of questions that were asked to me regarding the same subject. All right. Because the 8th graders, you work on smart music in the Google Classroom for assignments, and 7th and 6th graders, you've been doing band lab, and then I had the whole choir last week work on band lab. So, well, we have smart music assignments every Friday. Why do you like band lab so much? Are we going to be using band lab a lot? Okay, so typically in a given week, if I have band most of the week, I give a smart music or a band lab assignment on a Friday. That's typically how I've done it, and I'm probably going to continue that going forward. Okay. Why do I like band lab so much? Because it gives everyone who has the ability to use a microphone at home to record themselves and to submit it similar to Google Classroom. And are we going to be using band lab a lot? I've tried. Okay, but I will be honest. In the week I had the choir and I had you guys submit band lab assignments on Wednesday and Thursday, I would say that Wednesday I had about 15 people out of the whole choir submit, and about the same or even less on Thursday. And all the people who I told you about using BandLab app, I had 3 students download the app and use the app. Now, maybe more of you tried to download the app, but not a lot of you used it. So I'm going to keep putting assignments out there. Unfortunately, I will be having backup assignments for those of you who cannot get them done, okay? So, all right. So Isaac has a 2-part question. I put these together because they were asked by different people, but they're similar. What is your favorite time of year, and what is your favorite holiday? I didn't know if they coincided, but take it away, Isaac.
My favorite holiday, it has to be Thanksgiving or Christmas. I would say Christmas.
All right.
But and my favorite day of the year is probably New Year's Day because I usually stay up until like midnight.
There you go. Awesome. All right, we're going to give Mr. Segiel the next question. He'll ask that and answer it, okay?
Can we do more Padlet chats? I would be happy to. The 7th graders were really awesome. I think all the 8th graders were still asleep, though.
All right, thank you. All right, going forward to our next round, will you be doing other bingo videos? Hello, we are right now. This is bingo video number 2, and later this week, hopefully you'll get to see bingo video number 3. And do you enjoy making us videos? I do, okay? Out of all the stuff, I know every teacher's doing something different at home, trying to get their students excited about learning. This is one way I feel like to try to get you guys excited, okay?
Would this be like a 13-episode series where we do like bingo?
I don't know. I was thinking of another game. So if you think of another game we could do, just put that in the comments. That would be helpful.
But is there a way that we could do like an Uno version of this?
I don't know how to do Uno, but if you could think how to do that, please let us know. All right, Isaac, what is your favorite pizza topping? We didn't ask this earlier, so come up with it.
I usually want like plain pizza, but
All right, so what do you put on plain pizza?
I usually put like salt.
Salt and?
Like, this is not really a topping that you put on the pizza, like, right when you get it on your plate. But
yeah.
I like to put, like, when I never ask for it, but I like pepperoni.
Oh, pepperoni. That's good to know. Yeah. All right, well, Mr. Segiel has an interesting question, so we're going to take it away and give it to him, all right?
Why is Tony Stark my favorite Avenger? I think because he's got a really cool suit.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so we actually, we're very close. We're getting close to bingo. Looks like we're all on the hunt, but I'm going to say I'm going to win this time. That's all I'm going to say. That's what I think. All right, how tall am I? That's my next question. I am 72 inches tall. That's what I always tell students when they see me. And how many feet is 72 inches? How many times does 12 go into 72? It's a big division problem. Okay. Do you know how many feet tall I am?
5.
5 feet tall. 5 feet tall is only 60 inches. I am 6 feet tall, okay? That was close, though.
But I'm like about 5 feet tall.
All right. What is your favorite video game?
Zelda.
Zelda. More specifically, what, I guess, version of Zelda?
Breath of the Wild, but they're coming out with a Breath of the Wild 2, so that's probably going to be my new favorite game.
Excellent. What's your favorite mode of transportation in Breath of the Wild?
On the motorcycle.
Motorcycle, awesome. And Mr. Siegel's question, a lot of you wanted to know how old his cats were, so take it away, Mr. Segiel.
How old are Zoe and Ella? Both kitties, who are sisters, are 4 years old in June.
All right, excellent. So, it looks as though a couple of us might be at bingo almost. So let's see how this next question goes. Next round. Do I like ketchup or mustard on my hot dog? Well, I actually like mustard. Spicy mustard to be precise. I usually take relish and onions too. I've been to Chicago before and they have a specific hot dog where they put even more stuff on there and I think it's awesome. So, all right. And Isaac's question. Do you want to read it?
Does your dad force you to do YouTube videos? Not always, but sometimes.
Not always, but sometimes. All right. I was hoping you would just say you love being in the videos. But
when I love being in the videos, just...
Yeah, I gotcha.
Sometimes I'm tired.
I remember the one time we did the loops video and you were like, I'm not going to talk. And then you loved the loops and you were all about it. So, but I don't know if you remember that. All right, yeah. So we're going to go to Mr. Segiel. This is a really interesting answer he's going to give. So let's take it away, Mr. Segiel.
My favorite movie would have to be, well, there's actually 3. My favorite serious cool movie is the first Star Wars movie. My favorite funny movie is a movie called The Blues Brothers movie. And I would have to say my favorite martial arts movie is Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee.
All right, thank you, Mr. Segiel. And if you're looking at the bingo board now, you've probably figured out that Mr. Segiel has 1 bingo this time. So, sorry, he won the first time. Mr. Segiel wins now. Does that mean I get to win next? You will just have to wait to find out, okay? So thank you for joining us today. I really enjoyed looking over your questions. I'm not sure if Isaac enjoyed it as much, but he's here. I didn't force him to be in this video, even though he says he has a good time. I'm confused. But did you have any final words?
No.
No. He did tell me some story earlier about how at school they give him a hot dog when he buys that, and they never have mustard. He only can put ketchup because that's the only condiment they serve at Hess.
But I like ketchup anyway.
Oh, okay. So he likes it. All right. Not a huge fan, as I said before, and so that's about all that. So I hope you'll join us again for another bingo video. If you haven't seen bingo video number 1, please make sure you check it out. And I think that's it. So thank you for watching, and
Have a good day.
have a great day.